Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to VOOR De Kroon, For the Crown. You've probably seen me doing a lot of YouTube shorts on this game, especially if you're on my TikTok as well. I've been populating that with this game quite a lot recently. What I wanted to do today is introduce the full game to you. Now, this game is in early access. There's a lot of things that have yet to be added to the game, improved and optimized, but for what it is right now, I think this is going to shape up to be a very interesting and very unique game. You'll probably look at it as a sort of blend between Bannerlord and Total War. The reason why I say that is the campaign map is very akin to Bannerlord, as well as the combat. However, when you are leading your armies, it's almost as if you are leading an army in Total War. So, we're going to participate in a field battle, a siege, and we're going to participate in a few tournaments. I've also got some pre-recorded footage of the campaign, so I'll show that a little bit later on. But before we do that, there's a few buttons at the very top that I want to just highlight. The WarForge, Learn and Browse. Browse will immediately take you to the Steam Workshop, which this game is linked with. Now, the learning side of the game, you'll do some tactical tutorials, some fighting tutorials, and community resources. This links directly to the Steam discussion forums, which means you can learn from there. Fighting tutorial will show you how to block, parry, attack, and also dodge. The tactical tutorial is essentially just showing you how to command your troops. WarForge. This again is linked to the Steam Workshop. You can customize a faction, create your own faction, create your own units, you can create your own castles, you can edit your own sword, and you can create your own campaign. So if there's any modders out there or anyone out there that really likes to design campaign maps and castles and swords and making custom units and stuff like that, this is probably a game you'll get sucked right into. I believe the campaign editor is quite fleshed out at the moment. I can't say for certain, I've not done any campaign editing. However, I have done some sword editing. I've not done a castle editor yet. I've also done quite a few units, and I've actually created my own faction, the Feudrians. I'll show you the unit creator. So, this is what you start with as a new unit. This is your brand new unit. So what you want to do is you want to go to the equipment pool. What you're essentially doing is selecting the bodies. Now these are the bodies that you will use the armor type. It tells you the armor type, it tells you the weight class and the protection. So if we keep going up, weight class light, protection medium, armor padded, chainmail heavy and high. Chainmail heavy and high. If we go to the very top, we've got padded light and medium, and we've also got padded light and medium. If we get any light and lights, it seems to be everything seems to be either medium or high or heavy and medium. Heavy, medium and light. We've also got primary weapons, so if you click on them, you'll see that the weapon actually goes into the unit's hands. If you don't, and this is a really cool thing, by the way. Say for example, you want this unit to be like a militia, right? You can select all of these weapons as a primary weapon for them to use, because each individual unit within the unit is different. They'll have different armor, they'll have different primary weapons, they'll also have different secondary weapons, like a tier 2 weapon, a flanged mace, a hand axe, a bearded axe, an arming sword of some description. We've also got a falchion down here, we've got a secondary kind of like light spear, we've got a falchion with clubs, we've also got different types of shields, we've got a buckler shield, heater shield, we've also got a big shield with a heraldry, which is essentially a kite shield. And then you can have them on horseback, but you can select all the horses that you want them to use. And the banners as well, the banner can either be a flagged banner, it can be a small flag, or it can be a cross, or it can be a crozier. We've also got signal instruments, so are they going to use a cavalry horn, an infantry horn? It's a very interesting thing. After that, you can set up basic information about the unit. You can basically give them different traits. You can give them, is it a militia? Can they use torches? Add to all factions, only local. By local, this means essentially quick battles, not to the campaign map. And primary weapon chance, is there a 50% chance of them having the right primary weapon? Is there a 50% chance or percentage chance of having a shield? Horse colour override. There's different traits. Use volley, use skirmish behaviour, use fire arrows, shooting while moving, immune to fire damage, infantry damage bonus, cavalry damage penalty, cavalry damage bonus, can use stakes, can brace spears. You can also set the amount of units per unit essentially, or the amount of units per battalion, what they cost on the campaign map, what they cost in terms of money and manpower as well. So if we come out of this, we just confirm that, we can also do advanced settings. We can actually make this a mercenary unit. Armor mesh overrides, random unit heraldry, use officer style loadouts. This opens up a massive advanced set of settings, which you really shouldn't be using unless you want it to be like an officer's bodyguard style unit. Force melee unit type, so this forces them to be specifically melee if they have a missile weapon. We can also do advanced, the damage multipliers, the unit health, unit scale, the speed, and the animation as well. So let's exit this. Exit to main menu. As you've seen there, upload to the workshop. You can upload your own custom units to the workshop to share them out. Back to the WarForge, again, the faction editor. This is a new lord. There's a whole bunch of settings here that you can use. And this is the lord here. This is what he looks like right now. Give them different voices, eye color, skin, facial hair. The face itself, you can actually fully edit. You can zoom right in. The faction itself, edit units, buildings and traits. The hair of the officers, the facial hair. The officers are in reference to your faction, like kind of commanders. And you've also got the eye colour, you've got the tournament armour, you've got the battle armour, officers' equipment, and then technical as well. Global heraldry enable, description of the faction, the lord prefix, the suffix as well, castle prefix Castile, castle suffix is empty, so the suffix is what appears before it. Or after it, sorry. And then you can also upload this. You can upload the ID to the workshop as well. Lots of cool stuff here. Right, now we're going to go and experience a field battle. So back to the main menu, we're going to click on Quick Battle. We have the choice between a field battle and a siege. We're going to select a field battle. From here, you can choose what map you want to play on. There's a massive variety of them. I'm going to choose one that's predominantly flat and green, so I'm going to choose this one. And this is where we get to set up our armies. So I'm going to select the attacking side. This is the player army, this is the enemy army. You can randomize them, you can also select the faction. I'm going to select my faction, and I'm going to put I'm going to leave the star on this cavalry unit, and I'm going to select a bunch of units that I've created. So the units that you can see close up here are all the ones that come as default. This one, this one, this one, and this one were made by me. So I've made 4 different types of units. So we've got medium militia, we've got sergeants, dismounted knights, and yeomen. To start us off, we're going to go for a unit of Heron. We're also going to go for a unit of sergeants. We're going to go for a unit of medium militia. And I'm also going to bring some dismounted knights. For the enemy side, we're going to do cavalry with 4 different types of infantry units. So we're going to give them a knightly unit. So we could give them this one, give them that one. And to match them, we're not going to give them that. We're going to give them the Welge Boron. We're going to give them the Husleden. We're going to give them these. And to finalise, the napping. So this is our entire force right here, and this is the enemy force here. As a reserve, I'm going to bring in my yeomen. As a reserve, I'm going to give them, what should we give them? Some peasants. So they get more infantry. I've got a lot of infantry and a missile unit. Let's see how this goes. This will either be a success or a failure. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the battlefield. We have 4 options here. We can retreat, which we are not going to do. We can challenge the enemy commander to a duel. So let's try that to start with. Not a chance, my men are prepared to fight. That's fine. So this is now greyed out. They will no longer attempt to do a trial by combat. You can see the main enemy army in the background there. We can take the field, which skips deploying and starts the battle immediately, or we can start deploying our troops in a custom fashion. So let's do that. Okay. So, to start with, we have a variety of things on the right hand side, but you can see that we have loads of troops on the battlefield. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the enemy. The enemy have a whole bunch of troops in front of us. It seems as though they have a massive cluster right in the middle here, and they are lordly cavalry on the right hand side. What we're going to do is we're going to deploy a trebuchet. On the right hand side, you can also wait for night. You can also select use fire arrows, but the trebuchet that's in question is these 2 trebuchets back here. These are custom things. These are things that you can do in the quick matches. When you use these on the campaign map, you need to have a whole lot of wood to deploy these. So what we're going to do is, now that we've got our trebuchets ready to fire, let's get our cavalry ready to go first. This is probably not the best map to kind of see this, because we're actually playing on a snow map. So we're going to put our main volley of infantry here. We have sergeants, which have spears. We're going to place them there in front of our cavalry. They will meet the enemy cavalry here. We have a whole bunch of militia. We're going to do a massive big line here. Number 5 is our dismounted knights. We're going to put them there. And we're going to put our yeomen right here. In fact, we're going to move our yeomen to the back here. Right here. And we're going to place our knights in the middle. Do we have any more in the background? We don't. This little icon at the very bottom that you can see here is the trebuchets. So we're going to get ready to instigate a fight, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as we start this fight, the enemy will immediately start attacking us. Hopefully my yeomen will have enough time to start showering them with arrows. We have spears here. We have melee, and more spears. Let's see how this goes.
My lords!
Alright, cavalry. Infantry. I want you guys to push them. Attack them.
My lords!
Number 6.
Archers! Loose! Infantry!
Infantry, go and charge them.
My lords!
We're going to charge them.
Infantry!
Those infantry can push into there.
My lords! Attack!
Cavalry can go over here. Come with me. Oh, they're going to immediately attack. Oh, maybe they're not. Okay, we're going. We are going, ladies and gentlemen. They will just start attacking them. We're going to kill these guys. This is their relieving force. We have very heavy cavalry. Look at that. That is beautiful, that. Absolutely beautiful. These guys are just standing still. These are technically a relieving force, but we have managed to muster our relieving force, and we are now going to push these guys. Here we go. Now, cavalry in this game are incredibly deadly. They are essentially a battering ram against enemy units. It seems as though we've cut down these enemy units. I think what we'll do is we will now go and relieve our troops.
To glorious victory!
Now that we've lost... Oh, it seems as though one of our units is doomed. They are routing. We've unfortunately lost our lance, so our cavalry are going to be pretty much a battering ram here. What we need to do is we need to take on these enemy knights. Let's get in amongst it. As you can see, this is an absolutely bloody battle. An absolutely bloody battle. Here comes my cavalry to relieve the forces. Well, these are a whole bunch of enemies. Officer killed, good. They've lost an officer. Another thing about this game, if the enemy lose all of their officers, they all lose. Okay, it's just our cavalry and our archers. We may lose this, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though we have lost the day, ladies and gentlemen. We have lost the day. A valiant defeat. My men lost. That's fine, they had more infantry than I did. As you can see, there's different outcomes for each different type of unit. These guys have been enslaved, and these guys have been executed. So let's try a siege battle. Let's try something a little bit different, shall we? We're going to go to Arnhem, and we're going to go against a little wooden castle. We are going to select the attacking side. It's going to be summer, it's going to be sunny. We're going to play as the commander. The gate is going to stay intact, and there's going to be no damage to the overall settlement itself. So to demonstrate this, I am going to take an overwhelming force to attack them. So let's develop our overwhelming force. We're not going to use a lot of cavalry out of this. We're going to mostly use infantry. So 2 heavy infantry. We're going to use these napping guys. I'm going to get my yeomen. And in fact, we won't do 2 units of yeomen. We'll do 1 unit of yeomen. We'll take some sergeants with us. So we've got heavy swordsmen. I believe light infantry. I think that's light infantry. And we've also got sergeants as well as our yeomen. Let's attack. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the castle siege. We're going to deploy our army. We're not going to initiate a single combat. So, just like the field fight, we have options on the right hand side, and you'll also notice that the castle itself has these little ladder icons. What you can do is you can storm with ladders, essentially, try and breach it with ladders, or what you can do is you can select individual ladders that you want to use. I'm going to storm them. I'm also going to use a trebuchet. I'm going to deploy mantlets, which my archers will hide behind. You can see number 5. These are my yeomen that I brought to the field. And I'm also going to deploy a battering ram. Battering ram is present. Will I use fire arrows? Yeah, we'll use fire arrows. Okay, let's set up our troops. And our sergeants. So this is going to be our army. This is going to be our setup. Here are our trebuchets. You can see the wooden walkway or the wooden paving for where the battering ram's actually been placed. So we're going to start the battle. We're going to see a whole bunch of units running towards the castle itself, and they'll start to place ladders on the walls. We need to be very careful with the trebuchet because the trebuchet will be able to destroy these ladders. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Start the battle. No siege truly starts until you say start. So,
Infantry! Start the attack!
we start the attack, ladies and gentlemen. We have our heavy units here. We have our heavy units away over there. The trebuchet is firing. And so are our archers. Battering ram is moving forward. Now the cool thing about this is you can actually do some really cool stuff on the battle map as well. Let's rally the troops. Rally the troops. There's the ladders. Ladders are getting pushed towards the... they're getting pushed towards the walls, so all we have to do is wait for them. Now here's a really cool thing that you can see. Watch this. This is Falcon mode. Falcon mode allows you to enter photo mode, or allows you to give you a good representation of the battlefield itself. So what we'll do is we'll fly over the top of the enemy right now. So the enemy are well prepared. They're getting themselves ready to be essentially repelling an attack from the walls. They're setting themselves up. They're trying to get their positions right. Unfortunately, a few of them have perished. A few of them have been caught with arrows. A few of them have been hit with the trebuchets themselves. And what we can do is we can fly over our own army. The trebuchets are doing long shots by the looks of it. So the shots are going high and coming down on top of the enemies. But here is our army, this black and orange and white army. That sounded like an absolutely beastly shot right there. Now to exit this, all you have to do is press F.
Go there! That way! Go! That way!
The battering ram is at the door. It looks as though the door is about to give way. Maybe 2 more hits. Imagine being on the ramparts of this castle and seeing this outside your door. The gates have been breached. So, this is where we get to choose what we do here. The enemies will stay inside. Oh, they're coming towards me. An officer has been killed already. Okay, we are going to tell these guys to charge the ladders, so F2.
No quarter! To the death!
We're going to tell these guys to charge the gate,
Our enemies!
and these guys to charge the gate. I'm going to go through the gates with my light infantry. Heavy troops here. Very heavy troops here. It seems as though our troops are going to come up behind them. Oh, that was sore. Good. That was a massive parry that you just seen there. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to try and go up this hill. That guy's dead. Heavy Knight took a tumble. That knight just perished so badly. Oh, I've fallen. Okay, let's enter ranged mode. Wee bit lower. That guy's get hit. Alright, let's exit that. Let's move up and assist, shall we?
Infantry! That way! Go!
I'm not even going to attempt climbing that. Wonder if there's any... Give me that heater shield. There we go. I'm gonna go up on the walls and see if I can get round them. Some big hits here. Oh, some very big hits here. I might lose. All officers have unfortunately perished, which means we failed. Defeat yet again, ladies and gentlemen. But you can see how it's very enjoyable. Even though you lose in these quick battles, what you can do is you can learn from them a wee bit. So what I've realised is I should have went straight for the ladders, got the enemy to go straight for the ladders as well, and taken their attention away from the gatehouse essentially. Now we're going to try a tournament. We're going to try a melee tournament. We're going to do 3 matches. Now this is going to be very interesting because you saw there that we were using our right mouse button, left mouse button, right? Right to block, left to attack. Now I'm going to show you something a little bit different. We're going to take Fudrian and we're going to start the tournament. Watch this. Okay, we are thrown straight into the tournament here. So you can see the red. That is my enemy's attack pattern. And what you do is you move your mouse to match where their attack strike is coming from. We win. This is a best out of 3, remember. So you can see that the white is when I move my mouse to the left, right, and up. And we can also attack in that direction, so we can attack left, right, and overhead. Use your spacebar, pressing A, S, or W, and tap spacebar, you will dodge. I believe... Oh, we can also taunt them. I believe there's also a kick button. It's control. So we'll let these two fight it out. And he's dead. And we finish him off because we third-partied him. It's 1 versus 2 by the looks of it. Oh, that's not good. We're between the two of them. Okay, 1 versus 1. He fainted me there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have won the tournament 2 versus 1. Fudrian has won the tournament. Okay, let's see if we can find another tournament to participate in. So again, selecting tournament. Kampfwettchen. In Frisian cultures, law and faith was decided by fighting. God will make sure the righteous wins. Let's try this out. This isn't necessarily a tournament, this is almost like a trial of combat. Someone has accused your men of crime. Defend your honour or be judged by the gods. This is a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. He taunted me. I am the victor. Heavy strike there, using the middle mouse button. I've won. The final tournament that you can partake in is the jousting. Consists of participants trying to dehorse the opponent with a lance. 3 matches. Arnheim, Crusader Castle, Pudrian, start the tournament. So, we are placed on horseback and we need to boost at the right point to successfully lance. We've successfully lanced. I believe that this could do with a little bit more work. Personally speaking, all I'm doing is holding down W, holding shift and then pressing spacebar at the right moment to land a proper good hit with the lance. So now we hit the spacebar and we've won. Again, this is a best of 3 matches. So holding down W, holding down shift, and then hitting spacebar at the right moment to speed up. And we win the tournament. Now, let's go see the campaign. The campaign itself follows essentially the Frisian-Hollandic Wars or the Low Centuries. These are basically win conditions. So, the win conditions is the Frisian-Hollandic Wars. Frisian-Hollandic Wars were a series of medieval wars consisting of the attempts made by the Counts of Holland to conquer the free Frisian territories. We need to conquer 21 settlements to win the campaign. There is no time limit. Low Countries, conquer all. 13th century Low Countries were lands of restless ambition where rival counts, bishops and dukes fought for their place in the Holy Roman Empire. Conquer 47 settlements to win the campaign. There is no time limit. We're going to do the Frisia-Hollandic Wars. Now with the Frisia-Hollandic Wars, you're only given a selection of 4 factions. However, if we choose the Low Countries, we have a massive selection. So you can select to be part of different types of factions here. We can also set the settings as well, the difficulty settings, which is Peasant, Knight and Legend. Each of these factions also comes as a starting condition as well, so these first 2 are easy, normal, 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 extreme, extreme, normal, hard, and hard. So the one that most people will probably follow is Grave Florens V, the son of Willem, the Count of the Count of Holland and Zealand, the King of the Romans, aka the Holy Roman Empire, also known as the Germans. The County of Holland was a successor to the Greater Frisia that existed before it in the Low Countries. As a testament of their ambition, they managed to tone down the power of the bishops of Utrecht, and Willem II even became king of the Holy Roman Empire. They were involved in a 150-year-long conflict with Frisia. You can also see their top units: Napen, Heron, and Heron. Mounted feudal lords dominate the battlefield with superior armour and war horses. Their presence alone can shift the tide of battle, backed by years of experience and authority. Feudal lords who chose to fight on foot led by example. Encased in heavy mail, they command respect on the battlefield and often inspire those around them to stand firm. Well-equipped and disciplined foot sergeants wear heavy chainmail and fight in tight formations. They serve as professional corps of many armies, drawn from lesser nobility or wealthy commoners. We're going to use Holland and we're going to start a campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the campaign map. This is what we are looking at. Conquer 10 settlements, 10 of 47. So currently, we own a collection of different settlements. We own this one, this one, this one, this one here, this one here. This is between one of our two of our settlements up here, and this right here is the start of the Frisian enemies. Not just that, we've also got an enemy very close at home here at Kennemer. Now, I'm not going to go into super depth of the campaign map. So at the very top, we have faction population, which is your overall faction population. You have your taxes. This is basically your cost, your expenditure. So you can see we have 2,205 silver of taxes, 230 from buildings, 0 from policy, and minus 1,650 from troop expenditure. We've also got food, plus 3 per turn, and we've also got wood. Buildings 0, we're not producing any wood whatsoever. So let's click on one of these towns or castles, and let's have a little look at it. So this place has a whole bunch of interesting things to look at. So on the left hand side, you can see the unit that's currently holding this area. We can also do different policies. You can also see what it's producing per turn. So taxes, we're producing quite a lot. Producing some food from buildings. It's got 337 out of 337 of its garrison, and it's got a population of 1,466. Happiness is dropping because, well, difficulty inflicts on this, and it is on the front line. This is technically a front line settlement because right here we're at war with these guys. We've also got a whole host of buildings to choose from. So we've got Church of St. James. So let's scroll down until we find the Church of St. James. Church of St. James will upgrade to the Castle of St. James, and then the Cathedral of St. James. We've got Peasant Fields. Let's have a little look at this. Where are our peasant fields? Let's scroll all the way down. All the way down. Engineers, St. Mary's, Trading Post, Lord's Fields, Fertile Plot. Where is this Peasant's Field? Peasant's Field, right at the very bottom. A strip of land cultivated by village households. Though yields are modest, they feed families and sustain the rural population through hard labour and shared effort. After that is peasant farms. This starts to produce food, 2 per turn, and then we go to large farms, which will produce 3 food per turn. We have a swamp here. So for a swamp, what will we get? forests, dunes, fertile ground, fertile plot. What can we build here? We can turn it into a fertile plot. That'll cost 150 of our currency, so we're going to turn that into a fertile plot. We can also recruit units. Recruiting units takes away overall population limits or overall population amounts, and it also costs us a lot of money. So we could technically get ourselves some sergeants. We could get ourselves some essentially light minstrels on horseback. These guys have spears and sidearms in the form of swords. We could also get these guys. Minstrels were individuals from rich heritage that were required to serve their lord in combat when called upon. You'll notice that we need particular things to recruit these higher up or higher level troops. You need a castle to recruit elite units. You need a castle to recruit elite units. We don't have a castle, unfortunately. But what we're going to do is we're going to recruit one of these guys and another set of crossbowmen. So we've got 2 sets of crossbowmen and 3 sets of these kind of militia pikemen. We've also got a game log. We've got a faction overview. It shows you basic information about your faction. There's diplomacy. So let's have a little look. What we'll do actually is we'll withdraw from talking to this guy and we will find out what the flag is for it. So it's a black and yellow stripe with a red cross in the middle. Kennymer. You live, so you get to talk. We can offer a truce, we can question them, we can withdraw. At the moment, we're at war with them, as you can quite clearly see. In fact, let me go back to it. Diplomacy. There it is right there. That little war icon right there literally says war. Vengeful. So what we're going to need to do is we're not going to have to build up our forces at what is this place? Warden. We're going to have to build up our forces here and then send them to attack. You'll notice that there's no individual lords on the campaign map itself. They're all linked by this like kind of dotted line. Each one is interlinked. So this will be linked to here, this will be linked to here, this one will be linked to here, this one will be linked to here, and obviously here, and that one there, and then that one there. They're all interlinked in a kind of different fashions, essentially. You can see that they're all interlinked. And what you do in order to attack somewhere is you just left click. You need to obviously have a garrison here. So I need to take this garrison and I then need to click attack. I can't attack them because they have 4 units of infantry and cavalry. I'm going to withdraw from that, and I'm obviously going to unclick onto it, or sorry, continue, click off of it, and that's how you attack places. You can move troops, believe it or not. You can move troops. What we can do is we can left click on him, and you can see move unit sent to Alkmaar, sent to Die Hague, sent to Egmond, sent to Haarlem. You can see it all costs food though to travel. You can obviously see as well that that area there also shows the garrison. So this is the castle. This is how much it takes to actually send this troop to here, and this is the current troop rotation in Alkmaar. So it's quite interesting. It's quite cool to see. This is Heron van Holland, aka Florin V. We can move him across the campaign map as well. You can obviously see as well, this castle has 4. Oh no, it doesn't have 4. It has 3 different things. So you'll notice that each of these settlements only has 3 things. So it has its main feature, which is, well, this is a wooden palisade, so it's the Church of St. James, so it's got some protection around it. But if we go over here, this is a circular enclosed castle with a forest. What we could do is we could actually turn that into a forester's guild. That'll produce wood every turn. And at the moment it's got a stockpile. So what does a stockpile do? Let's find the stockpile. Forest, engineer's shop. Stockpile 1. Upgrading your stockpiles allows you to store more food to move your armies. You can only build one stockpile, but we can upgrade it. So the 7 refers to the supplies for each individual army when you move them around. So the more we have, the more we can move around the campaign map. But that's how you move around the campaign map. All you're doing is capturing castle and settlement, moving to the next one, moving to the next one, moving to the next one, moving to the next one. So they're all interlinked. It's very basic for what it is right now, but like I said at the very start of this video, this is an early access game, and to obviously end your turn, you click end season. And that is the overview map as well. So there's actually quite a few cool things you can do here. Push your cursor to the very top, ownership. So we own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 settlements. We have an enemy here, the blue, and we have an enemy here. We also have an enemy right here. As well as that, we can also see what towns we have right now and what kind of commander is holding them right now. Let's close that map. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's head back to the main menu. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, comes the end of today's video. This has been a little highlight on VOOR De Kroon for the Crown. If you're interested in this, visit it on Steam, pick it up, and support the dev. There's a small team behind this game. Let's have a little look. Do we have credits? Game settings, credits. Main dev is Kevin Bars. Animation melee combat design by Richard Yang. Language historian and medievalist Dr. P.A. Kerkhoff from the Frisick Academy. Historical advisor, armor and warfare, church model. M.A. Sofian Bousif, I believe that is. These are all references to people that obviously Kevin is referencing to. He is essentially making a game that is based in historical accuracy, which is really cool to see. Really cool to see. We've even got historical heraldry emblems, Stormram operation animation, Danilo Savka 3D art and armor models, and Zan Buchan 3D houses, Roy Douglas for 3D art, Leah and Lilith. Oh, that's his cats. That's his wee cats. And you can see, obviously, there's a lot of different things being utilised in this game, and I'm very much looking forward to the updates from Kevin. I'm very much looking forward to this game looking incredible, playing incredible, and I really hope he succeeds. This is a very cool game. The glory kills, the graphics, the tournaments, the campaign, it's all well thought out. I hope, really hope he achieves this game. I really hope he achieves it. I really hope this game succeeds for him, because I want it to succeed for him. But anyway, folks, if you want to go try it out, find it on Steam. I'll put a little link in the description. Go check it out. Have a play about with it. Send feedback to him. Give him as much info as you can. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy it. If you find anything, as I said, send that bug report to him. I think he'll be more than happy to find out if there's any problems with his game. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching today. This has been VOOR De Kroon. I have been Mr. Feudal. I'll see you all another time.